It's like it's crazy because I just feel like someone like Jennifer Holliday, I understand why she stepped down, but I'm kind of upset with her because I think she still should have performed. You know, if you're going to jump out there, then stand in your truth. Don't let no one stop you or change your mind about anything. Listen, no one put a gun to her head and made her sign on for that. But it just seems like, she was basically, she was bullied.
But see, the thing about it is they will put a gun to her head to not do it.
I don't think so.
Well, that's what the threat says. You gotta tell. It's why it's called a threat. You don't know the hypotheticals in there that could happen to you.
Why do you think
she's not a well-known singer, so she's not going around with security. Since she goes to get her tracks at the mall,
right?
Pow!
Right, but at the same time,
we got a whole bunch of dead cats.
Yeah, but like what she said in the footage, today on The View was basically it's not white people who was threatening her. It was us who was threatening her.
Right. Where do you think she live? I think she live in Atlanta.
Exactly.
They gonna get her at the Ku Klux Klan mall and drag her by her hair. Her hair made a cat. She got the new weave.
I don't have Jennifer Holliday money, honey. I don't know what it might be because it's. I don't got Jennifer Holliday money, but. Me personally, I feel as though, like I said, once I kind of came out, and even being on this show, because I'm pretty sure the headline says Trump supporter, I'm putting a lot of myself out there. You know what I'm saying? So I get it.
Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome to the Salacious Life radio show starring Dr. Ren, but tonight we're doing something special. She's touring the world, if you will, so she asked me to come in and do a little bit of special guest hosting, if you will. My name is Jay Sully. I am a part of Suno Entertainment. Dr. Ren is a very dear friend and partner of mine, so she asked me to come out and do the show for the night, so here we are. We're going to have some fun. We may talk some salacious life. We may talk some salacious topics. But I'm an artist. I'm a hip-hop artist out of West Baltimore City, 410. So we definitely want to talk some music. Tonight I brought some of my family out with me, you know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know how you define family, but I define family and those that's closer to you in all kinds of walks that you walk in. So with that being said, I got my guy Free Souls Bucks.
You already know, man.
Fellow Man Ray artist.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Say hello to the people, bro.
How y'all doing, man? Shout out to Be Exposed Radio, first off, for having me up here, man. It's an honor. Honestly, local artists. I love music, period, though. Before being an artist. First, I was a fan, so shout out to everybody, man. Definitely shout out to Man Ray Records and Jay Sully for the opportunity. I'm ecstatic, even though, yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah, so, as you see, while we're streaming live, I got another family member, very dear, close Jimmy twin. Some of you may be looking out there, and she may already be familiar. So, we're going to give her the grand introduction of, you've seen her from The Wire, you've seen her in local shows around town and here in the Broad. I present to y'all, Ray, the artist lady, Jamie. But for real, how you feel, Dre?
I feel good. I feel real good right now. I'm in a good point in my life right now. So music is good. Life is good.
Thank you for coming out.
Absolutely.
For joining the brother. So, usually for the listeners and the viewers out there, my homie Dr. Ren, she covers a broad spectrum.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But when she asked me to do this, I felt like, I don't want to put anybody in an uncomfortable element. I don't want to be uncomfortable in the element myself.
Right.
When I started going over and thinking about, what could we talk about, what could we discuss, got right back to the music.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but what I did do, I said I'll really do my due diligence and, discuss something that got some kind of substance. Because we all know quality over
Mm-hmm.
We don't do about the numbers, we do about the passion.
Right.
So I really got to thinking how over the period of time, just, you know, as an artist and as a fan of music, how I listen and witness like music in certain periods growing up, like influence the culture, like the social culture. You know what I'm saying? Almost to the point where the influence was so high that it almost kind of changed how people, not just perspective or perception, but like their actual daily lives. You know, you know how they say music inspires and influences all things and all walks of life, but like in particular fashion, how it like literally changed the mindsets of people. You know?
Yes.
So what I did was I tried to give it a title, y'all. I'm sorry. I am an artist, not a host. But the title of tonight's
it's called Culture Shock.
Culture Shock. Y'all.
That's dope.
Damn it, we got a damn. I had dope. A whole another one, and hers is 3,000 times.
For real, what was yours though?
All right, yeah.
Mine was like, it was music, semicolon. No, is that semicolon?
See, you got it. Already
here we go. Right. Here we go.
It was like motivations and moves. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to, you know, bugs. We like wave. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
But I like that culture shock because it really did. And then when I thought about like some of the songs that came to mind, now that you said it like that, like,
it is.
Yeah.
It really was a culture.
So like some songs back in the day, like you remember where you were when you heard it, what you was feeling, who you was with, who you was talking to, what your mother cooked that night. Like that type of music is that type of music. Like
absolutely. I mean, even to the point like we, you know, at the age we in, we done all did the Baltimore club scene.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we, you know, with the record, and I mean like not like your club oxygens and your paparazzis, I mean, like your paradise.
Right. Kid shit too.
Yeah, people out in the world.
Yeah, shout out to all.
It's not an ode to my age. Don't worry about it. And if you worry about it, Google me or Google me.
Right, real shit.
So, but like in that club era, just some of the records that we heard, and outside of what the Baltimore club music was, when you heard those records in the club, like just what it inspired in that moment.
Yeah. That, I mean, we had some monumental songs. I mean, even through this day and age, when we look back later, I feel like we could do another one of these. Being older, you feel me, and the shock, because music has took a turn, you know.
Do y'all realize? And I don't mean to get off topic of the regular music and the culture, but like Baltimore culture, real quick.
Yeah.
When we had that club music and stuff like that, the city was way more
unified.
Yeah, like we were so tight.
I mean, because people would get together instead of a couple hundred of people getting together to beef. You know, people was getting together actually to dance offs, and you had to go practice. You feel me? It was something positive. It was definitely something positive to, you know what I mean, for the city at that time when it was big, when it was like, because I remember even being in North Carolina for a little bit, they knew about Baltimore club music and they tried to mock and, you know, dance and so that's how you know it's powerful.
And you know what, and it was crazy because when I was in college, I went to a school up in Pennsylvania. Shout out to Lincoln University up in Oxford.
Right.
Appreciate y'all. I met a lot of people from the Pennsylvania region, you know what I mean? Namely, of course, naturally Philly.
Right.
And what I found interesting, no, actually I went to two schools. I went to Eastern Shore, University of Maryland, and then I went to Lincoln for a year. But what I found interesting is the people that were from the Pennsylvania region, the record, the Percolator.
Oh.
Yo, like it's 2018.
Right,
they are literally still nuts for this record. Like
Virginia too.
That's classic.
Yeah.
Right, because I was down in West Virginia one time in a club and I saw that. So it's like, it's like how old that record is, but when they play it, like now and today, they absolutely lose their mind. Yeah,
like it's still that. I mean, it's a monumental piece.
It's a, you know, if they know somebody or recognize somebody from Baltimore in the room,
right.
The minute the Percolator come on,
right. You gotta know all the moves. You gotta know all the moves. No way you grew up in Baltimore and not. Real talk.
You know that's
dope.
But it kind of, like I said, it inspired, like, you know, even being in Pennsylvania, it inspired them to want to connect with us. Like now we had something that they felt we could share in common.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And what I find was interesting about music is like I mean, it's cliche to say that it connects all walks, it connects different perspectives and opinions, but what I find interesting is how it can take two different individuals with different walks of life, opinions, insights on everything, and bring them into unison and agreeing how this song or this music in this particular period, they could basically agree to share the same sentiment, the same outlook on it. Like, oh, you feel like that?
Yeah.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I said,
Well,
personal
yeah.
opinions and religious beliefs are totally left alone.
Right.
But you can come together
yeah.
right in that moment.
Yeah.
Because you understand that, yo, I see what you see about that.
Yeah, I've definitely seen an atheist and a Christian jamming
You know,
to the same
but
music.
if they both like
You feel
Go
me?
Half on a Baby by
Right.
R. Kelly because they both was in the most romantic period of their life at that time.
Right.
It has absolutely nothing to do
That
with the
song
fact
is
that
song is lit. By the way.
it was.
like shout out to R. Kelly. I know everybody bashing but
I know.
Man, look, talent is talent.
that was lit.
I don't know if y'all want to have that
Half on
type
the
of
Baby
radio
was
show
lit.
today.
I was
Y'all
probably a kid when Half on a Baby was out, but I listen to Half on a Baby now, just to let everybody know that.
And see, here's the thing. In the point of, talent is talent. It's like, if you can remove your opinion from what you're literally only trying to look at entertaining you.
Right.
Yeah, but people can't because they feel like if you're that type of person, you shouldn't have a platform to be able to, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I really don't feel like that, and I really feel like I'm like amongst one of the very few women who probably like is not on that side because and this is why I said I should never get a mic and get on radio. I'm gonna be, but for real, like I feel like R. Kelly is talented. You know what I'm saying? We cannot deny this man what he's done, his work that he's put in behind the scenes. He was doing all the crazy stuff. They said he was doing all these cults and all of that, but at the end of the day, who said anything at that moment? In that moment, everybody was worshiping him. So like now you want to like turn around and just say like back then, I can't do that. Even with Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby too. Like I feel the same way.
Salacious.
Don't feel right.
And you know what? And I knew.
I don't feel like
my exchange in that was like, yeah, I feel where you're coming from because I don't give a damn how many people. It ain't right.
Yeah.
Don't make it morally upstanding.
No one's saying
my
that
personal
is right.
opinion, J. Sully, I don't give a damn how many people R. Kelly may or may have not pissed on. When I heard 12 play, at the moment I was chilling with my chick, he got a nigga in the zone that benefited me and my chick.
You know what I mean? Real talk.
And it did that for everybody to the minute that somebody said, hey, yo, he pissed on somebody.
Yeah. I mean,
and it was really like, oh, you know what? 12 play wasn't even that hard. Like, no, it was.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm a chocolate
relative but off
factory
subject.
guy.
Kobe scored 60.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Body of work. Like, that's what I mean. You can't strip it from him. Even Bill Cosby, like I said,
honestly, it just goes to show with music, you have to earn your keep, and that's all the way to the end, regardless. Like, if we want to talk about artists that was bashed, let's just go to Michael Jackson. And just kill everything because what's worse than like child molestation? You know what I mean? What's worse than that? You know what I mean?
He had a certain amount of people stop following him because of it, but he also had, the people who would never leave his side because he was Michael Jackson.
I mean,
it's amazing.
Body of work, like, let's be honest. Let's
saying.
just be real. I mean,
it's funny how you
honestly, everybody has fucked up things. You know what I mean? Everybody has something that's not just, you know what I mean? That they not just super proud about. Everybody need help with something on fixing something. So.
Well, I tell you what, I can see we gonna get.
Yes, clearly.
We gonna come back. I know they gotta pay some bills. So we'll go to a couple commercials, pay some bills. J. Sully, Salacious Life Radio, special edition takeover. We'll be right back.
Ready.
Yeah.
My name is Ruth Rusey. I'm a retired teacher, I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live united. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child, and believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusey. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
My name is Meera Batra. I have been in this country 32 years, and this is how I live united. America has always been the land of promise, and in my community many families have come for a better life. Coming from another culture myself, I know the desire to become part of a community, to feel at home, and to gain the tools for our children and families to succeed. So I advocate for these families with United Way. United Way empowers them to look beyond their histories and to see what opportunities are available. We help them get involved with their kids' schools, network within the community, and when we do, we unite them. We make the community stronger. What I do is something I wish someone had done for me, and I am so grateful I am able to. My name is Meera Batra. I help families see opportunities and succeed. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story, adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org. A public service announcement brought to you by Maddie's Fund.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are the Salacious Radio Show. This doctor is on this special edition. Tonight, you with J. Sullivan, the artist, my man Free Souls Bugs to the right now. And we are talking culture shock, motivating moods and influences by music. When we left off, we started, well, I ain't gonna say swing, but making relative points into the sense of how popular opinion would change the perception of certain songs that really made widespread recognition, you know what I'm saying, and notability. And it's crazy because when I was talking to y'all in post-production, right, what I kept going back to was the song That Thing by Lauryn Hill, because that was like one of the first songs I thought about when I was coming up with the topic. And the purpose for what was inspiring the thought was the fact that, like, that song, That Thing, was such a hot single.
It was,
I
it
mean,
was a good, it
I
was good
remember.
music.
Shout out to Lauryn Hill.
It was good music.
Shout out to
at
Lauryn
the end
Hill.
of the
That
day.
was an amazing record.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Queen.
And it came out at a point, I think it came out, I was like maybe a 10th or 11th grade. But it came out at a point where, like, I know, right?
I plead the fifth. No comment.
Like,
no comment on how old I was,
literally was
when
like,
That Thing came out.
I think it was like, yeah, like 10th or 11th. I think it was 98. That's what I remember.
Yeah, it was 98.
So, but what I remember was, like, y'all remember when UNITY by Queen Latifah came out, right? And how women that was in the culture of the music or just fans of the music, like, they literally just almost like took arms, like, we will not be disrespected. You will hear us.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all cool, y'all still look good.
Right.
Don't disrespect us.
Right.
I kind of feel like that thing was kind of saying the same thing, like, but from a
hip hop,
from like
side,
music,
so it was
like,
able to reach people without it, subconsciously, without them even really knowing, because it's such a good song. Like, you get caught up in the fact that it's a hit, because you can rock to it. You know what I mean? But when you listen, like, wait, it's funny how money changed the situations.
Right.
Miscommunication lead to complications. It's like, wait a minute, hold on. She really saying some,
and
you know what I mean?
Like, are you really talking, like, and she made it so, like, generally understandable.
Yeah.
Like, it just wasn't,
like,
I mean, she was speaking from a female standpoint, like,
but
as a
she touched on everything. She touched on everything.
I say even males
it was
can
dudes
say it like that, because
it was like, yo, I feel like, you know what, Lauren, you right.
Right.
And again, how two people in different walks of life coming in unison, man and woman, when they come down to the common denominator, understanding that same point and having that same concern, it's like, yeah, you know what? It's not even about you being a female. It's not even about you. It's not even about me being more of a dominant factor in what we both do, and as far as music.
Definitely.
It's just about the fact of the matter that you believe that they should pay attention to us more and give us more respect.
I think during that time was around the time Erica came out with On and On. And it was like the natural girl, like it was real. Well, 90s was already never superficial.
You'll never get that feel back, I don't think. It was almost supernatural type shit.
Yeah, like you felt it. Like I said, that music that you remember where you were, what you ate that day, like like that's the type of music, man, listen.
And it's funny you say that, because I remember where I was in moments with 90s music.
Right, yeah.
And my coming of age was after that. So like some of the 2000s for real, with the exception of the significant moments.
Right.
I kind of remember more moments that music influenced in the 90s.
Yeah,
than the
90s was almost like, I don't want to say it, but like WWF or something. Like when wrestling was like, we had Rock and like, you know, Stone Cold. Like back then I didn't feel like it was fake. Back then I really felt like everything was going down was real.
And because like it was
that's the best wrestlers. I mean, you can name from the 90s, like the 80s and going into the 90s, late 80s into the 90s, you can name like some of the best wrestlers. So it's like that's how I feel about. I feel like 90s is a juggernaut as far as like where if you're an artist now, you might not want to go to the 80s and study and try to come out now. You might want to come from the 90s. You know.
Yeah, 90s was a way more quality filled era of
and when you say
music
quality,
and arts and culture,
it's because it was real. Like, I'll make a point, and no disrespect to nobody, so I'm not gonna say no names, right? But like, you know how people say people got ghostwriters and stuff like that. Back then, it was frowned upon. It was frowned upon in the 90s. If people knew that somebody was writing your lyrics, or nobody would say it, or come out with it, it was real.
Was frowned upon. Like even the unity that goes on in today's hip hop, it's like it takes away from competition at times. Like, that was even like me sounding like Jay Sully was frowned upon. You know what I mean? Like,
you needed to have your own,
like, and you wouldn't get no love with that.
And it didn't matter that
the public wouldn't receive you with that.
Yeah, it didn't matter that you had like an absolute unique look. You just had to make sure you had an absolute unique sound that was defined by nobody but you. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with that, like all the way, because I remember in the 90s, there was I ain't gonna say in the 90s, in the late 90s, there were so many.
I was about to say.
Okay. I have to remember, like, it was different kinds of music that literally had its own definition in the moment. Like, you know, like when Jay was coming out with stuff in the late 90s, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
When Nas, I want to say that Nas and that Diddy record was that. I mean, not that Nas and the Lauryn Hill record. That was like what, 99?
If I, oh yeah.
97 to 99. I Rule the World.
It could have been like 96.
Or was that 96?
It could have been like 96, 97.
I want to say
when you round it off, it's
I think it's like
like, and it was a moment where everything kind of came out at the same time. It didn't like, as long as you had a hot record.
Yeah.
It didn't matter if all three of us came out with a hot record on Friday.
Right.
They were all hot, and they were all hot in their own demographic and their own definition of respect. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like now in today's music and culture, you got something that creates a wave, and then I'm not going to call them copycats or duplicates, but then you got somebody or a group or a conclave, if you will, of people that kind of get on the wave, but don't necessarily make it defined to them. They just make sure that they get on a wave that's enough for them to benefit.
And as that goes on, the less culture shocks we get.
Exactly. It's just a wave of the same.
It's never gonna be like, oh my God, like, did you hear that? It's not. We're not gonna get those moments back because even though, you know, Biggie and Pac beefed, it was still completely two different sounds, two different artists. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like they beefed because they sounded alike.
Yeah.
Nowadays, that'll be the beef. Like, he took my ad-lib. Like, everybody got the ad-lib now. Because everybody rides waves. Like, nobody's trying to...
You know when was the last time?
Most of the time, Quavo wrote the ad-lib.
Right.
The last time I got that feeling.
Shout out to Mr. Ad-lib.
The last time I got that feeling of a culture shock was, it was this year, but it was when Kanye, of course, somebody hip-hop, Kanye, and remember he was doing all the crazy stuff with Trump and everything, and then him and T.I. got together, and then they were talking in the studio, but then they wound up doing like a song or something that day. Like it was a conversation between them two.
I seen some.
And T.I. was letting them know, like, he geeking.
They was sitting in a room.
Yeah, but they did a song that day, and when I tell y'all, when y'all hear it, you know how you get chills with certain hip hop songs you hear, like that's what I got. That was the last time I felt it.
Wow,
that's dope. Shout out to Kanye,
Shout out to T.I. and Kanye.
I have like, nah.
You know what I mean? But like. I mean, and again, not just sticking to the 90s, you know, going forward into the 2000s. And, you know, like, I mean, music, everybody got an opinion about it. And their opinions, honestly, I think have all merit and worthy because music has so many things to be opinionated about right now. All the way from the creation to the message or the content and the substance behind it, or whatever influence or inspired it. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, R. Kelly, 12 Black, Half on the Baby, that whole mood music, everything that puts you, everything that was a musical aphrodisiac. Right. Nowadays, it then went from this sensual aphrodisiac to, you know, I'm gonna make sure that you are faded enough to be laid back, and you know, if you take this 30 here, if you sip some right here, they ain't even putting you in the mood. They're allowing an intoxication or a drug to get them in the mood, and then hopefully they'll get to a positive eventuality, where literally the creation of the art and the music from back in the day would just get you.
I just remember.
I just got this new mixtape, bruh. Slow Jams 37, sure does.
I was about to say, I just remember, like, just that music wasn't bad for kids to hear. No. And you knew the music. You right. It wasn't bad for them to hear. You knew what music they couldn't listen to, but necessarily, even the music they couldn't listen to, it wasn't bad for them to hear. It was just way too mature, and they're not in that. But like, you can't, like, now it's like a 3-year-old is exposed to, like, you know what I mean? A 3-year-old is exposed to like just straight up twerk. No, it's no
booty.
Love songs. It ain't no Boys to Men.
The booty is the hook, and that's the only word.
It ain't no Boys to Men. It ain't no, you know what I mean?
Y'all know.
Ain't no
listen, that's all I listen to.
You know what I mean? You gotta have certain type of metaphors to explain that's what you're trying to do.
Like, and that's funny you bring that up, because what happens is now in the days, like, it used your Boys to Men, it was real wholesome, and I say Boys to Men figuratively. It was real wholesome, and it spoke a message of, you know, connection and togetherness, you know what I'm saying, even in an intimate setting. Like, as intimate as you needed to be, it was still preaching this connection. You know what I'm saying? And preaching is a loose word.
Right.
But now in the day, it's just kind of like, what can we do tonight? You know what I'm saying? What can we do tonight?
Exactly. And
if we can't do it tonight,
that's it. I'm on a plane.
I'm only in town for one night.
But that's literally the lyrics, though. Like what y'all just said. That's literally the lyrics. What's the next song you got?
The next song? You know what? That's going to be an interesting one. Because it's going to speak on the subject of itself. And then it evolved into so many.
So you want to go to break before then?
Oh yeah, because I'm gonna keep it from y'all. Look, check this out. This is what happens. On Salacious Life Radio Show Special Edition tonight, my special co-host and guest thought that they was gonna get everything on the spot, or even in pre-production.
Right.
Not tonight. They already know how J. Sully get down. So look, when we come back, we'll get into it. This is Salacious Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
So you're your biggest asset. Mm-hmm. You have to practice self-care. Every entrepreneur has to practice self-care. You have to release yourself from toxic situations.
Explain to us real quick, what is a toxic situation?
A toxic situation is something that will control your mind, something that hurts you, something that you have to battle, toxic, hurt. If you're in a toxic situation, if you get hurt, if you get pain, if you get struggle, right? And if your spirit does not align correctly, that may be a toxic situation. So when I say you make that jump when your values don't align, you make decisions based on your values. And if those decisions don't align with your values, then that's when you say no.
Tune into the Artist Exchange every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement. Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know you're probably just a little bit nervous. You can find it in yourself to take that first step.
You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can.
You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up. Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or visit yourged.org for your pep talk and find free GED classes in your area. GED is a registered trademark of the American Council on Education. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Business owners, need more customers? Offer fantasy sports contests and generate more sales. Restaurants, bars, hotels, auto dealerships, real estate offices. Whatever your business, fantasy sports contests can help you increase your sales and bring you more loyal customers. Visit Fanify.com or call 888-55-SPORT. Our software lets you customize contests fast and easy for your brand. That's right. Visit Fanify.com or call 888-55-SPORT. That's 888-55-SPORT or visit Fanify.com.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You want to start off?
I think I'll get it out of the way on a who's not.
Okay, do it.
The Orioles.
Right.
They got swept by the Royals. They lost 4 in a row, and the last 5 games have all been decided by 1 run. The game before, or the last game that they lost before the Royals was the Nationals, and it was Weeders, of course, won with a home run.
Hit the home run.
Right.
They were going into that national series. It seemed like they were doing so well, and they just crapped out. They got that game postponed, so who knows when they're going to replay that or play that game. That's my first not for the night.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and weigh in on my who's not, and I'm gonna talk about the San Diego Padres.
The Padres. That's okay. You just took my answer.
They're in last place in the NL West. They've lost 8 of their last 10. Their run differential is a negative 65, which is just horrible. So when you have well, let me just talk about run differential a little bit. It's kind of like the
how much you're winning or losing your games by, pretty much.
Yeah.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the Salacious Life Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com special edition. Suno Entertainment Takeover. I am J. Sully.
Dre the artist.
Free Souls Buds, man.
And we have taken over Ren's radio show for the night. We ain't talking nothing too more salacious than music. How about that?
Music.
How it changed the lives of people.
Absolutely.
So,
it ain't.
You know what? I forgot to tell them. Everybody that's tuning in and everybody that's listening out in the world, we're streaming live right now on the Salacious Life Radio Show page on Facebook. Right now, streaming live. So come check us out. If you're listening and you want to look at us for a couple minutes, come check us out.
Yep.
But we were speaking on this culture shock, courtesy of my homie Dre, the artist. How music motivated moments in culture and era and time periods, if you will. So when we left off, so when we left off, we was talking about how, like I said, like R. Kelly and them changed the mood, and how people, you know, can come into a unison agreement, even though they walk in all kinds of ways, depending on how music motivated them. So, had a couple of songs on my list. One of the songs that I know changed the tide of things for a moment was Ice Cream by my man Chef Raekwon and the Wu-Tang Clan.
Shout out to the Wu-Tang.
Shout out to Wu. Ray changed the game with that song, yo. Like, and see, my Jimmy Twin, she'll understand it because, you feel me, she just gangster. But this is one like for the men. For the men out in the world that are listening or tuning in. Yo, I know you nod your heads in agreement when I tell you that Ice Cream changed the game.
If not, they probably checking it out, so.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Ice Cream about to go get another YouTube right now. But it did change the game because in the trend of the culture, it made us start legitimately identifying females by some of the most, I promise you, humorous definitions I've seen.
Yeah.
Butter pecan, French vanilla, chocolate deluxe.
Chocolate deluxe.
Chocolate
Do you
deluxe.
understand what that means?
It wasn't just the flavor of chocolate.
Right.
It was literally the special edition, the deluxe.
Listen.
And what's funny to me is that when the song came out, men could identify like, yeah, yo, we finally know what to say for how we feeling. We've been feeling like that for a minute, cause like every light-skinned girl ain't just light-skinned. Like you got red bones, you got your fair skins, but none of that sounded cool because in music, we all know to keep with the trend in the culture, it has to sound cool.
Right.
So I mean, even with that, like nowadays, I think the public conforms. I mean, it's a good way to just go into that. The public conforms to what's happening in music because back then, yeah, if you called us a B, can you cuss?
Yeah.
Oh, if you called us a bitch or whatever, it's gonna be a problem back in the day because we came from that early '90s where Queen Latifah was like, "Who you calling a bitch?" So in '98, we still went with that shit.
Yeah.
Now,
absolutely.
Who was it? Who came out with a song saying like, a real bitch gonna say shit, you know what I'm saying? Like who said that? I think it was Jay-Z, I don't know.
Now, Jay-Z did come up with an, I feel as though, but I'm a Jay-Z fan, people,
But
listen.
then like all the women like, alright, I'm a bitch then. I'm
He
a
came
real
out
bitch
with
though.
that record. He came
Now
out with that
that
record.
we didn't conform to like whatever music told us to. That's crazy to me. I love it,
I
but
was just about to go to like, it's sometimes it's the way it's presented to you. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way it's presented to you. Like, even just going back to like what you were saying about females not being called a bitch, like Tupac, he was like famous for like certain songs, like you wonder why we call him a bitch. Like, you wonder why certain things are being said. We'll explain it. You know what I mean? Some artists won't take on that initiative and take on that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That weight that would be placed on your shoulders if you don't get it right. You know what I mean? So I feel like culture. That's a part of a culture shock as far as like just how we describing females. Like, you're not calling her a bitch this time. You saying, look, you look like a Sunday right now.
And see what? You know what I mean? Like, and when Jay-Z came up with that record, you know what I'm saying, that had bitch in the hook, it was like he wasn't objectifying women. He was literally like, to me, this is my personal opinion.
Explaining it, just like you just
said.
said.
To a woman, like literally saying, listen, we call you a bitch, but this is the kind of, I feel like bitches are in categories.
Right.
And this is my perception of the record.
Right.
And with bitches being in categories, as he states, this is the kind of bitch that you are if you identify by what I'm stating and describing this kind of bitch.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But when it came down to Ice Cream legitimately, like I was saying before, when we was in break, like, it gave such a trendy identification that it didn't just resonate with dudes. It resonated females. You seen females walking around with the shirts that they came out for promo, and they literally, if they didn't have a shirt, they were identifying by it. They were saying, I'm French Vanilla. Well, I mean, Chocolate Deluxe was at the end, so how you feel about that? Like, it almost created sometimes healthy competition amongst friend groups and social groups or whatever, but it definitely gave an identification to females for like literally a period.
Right.
So like in 2018 right now, if you walked up to somebody that you assumed was familiar with popular hip hop culture and say, yo, when it came down to the Raekwon Ice Cream song, which one are you?
Right.
You would literally see exactly, honestly, somehow, some of her experience in life based on her response. If she responds with a specific identification, and you know she's somebody that was attentive to that moment in that era. But if she's like, oh yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Just a song that sound good to her.
Like on another aspect of it, cash rules everything around me. Cream get the money. First of all, that's another song when you hear it, you get chills a little bit. Just because you know what that era gave you. Like, real talk. It was real. It was lit. Like, and then think about the fact that niggas motivated, like Wu-Tang motivated niggas by doing that. You know what I mean? You know how many niggas was out here, like, whether they grabbed the 8 ball or not, they was out here trying to get that money.
It was definitely right.
Honestly,
it was motivating.
I honestly feel like
I know how to do this.
I honestly feel like when that era of hip hop was around, like,
yeah, you got it, because the camera not on you, so you gotta wait till they go to break.
Which was that?
I feel like when that era of hip hop was so grungy, so grimy, for real, like, I'm almost in shock to how we get to the flashy. You know what I mean? Because that was at a time where they was on. It was like, you know what I mean? And they had just like a by the bonfire type situation going on, or by like the barrel, like the fire burning and just rapping. You know what I mean? Just some real hip hop, real MCing. You know what I'm saying? So it was like just good to see. It was just good for hip hop. We always had a different shot. Throughout.
Yeah, and it was different. You know? To put you in different types of,
Can I say Busta Rhymes? Like,
yeah, fuck.
And like that was one person that stepped outside the box and still gave you that hip hop
party right then and there.
Yeah.
Like when you hear Busta Rhymes record in the era that he was in,
culture shock me.
You know what I'm
Absolutely. And then he was
like all them videos, them crazy videos, and
when you hear him, you know exactly who it is. Can't nobody ever duplicate that. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely. And it's crazy because the two people that come to mind when they came to the party moment of influential music and culture was Busta Rhymes and Lil Jon.
But Missy Elliott?
I mean, yeah, like
for the female.
You the best. You the best.
Missy Elliott for
yeah, like when you came, but when you came down like to like Missy, Missy had like party music and like I don't want to call it dance hall, but when you relative when you made her music relative, it was to dance hall and like dancing parties. But like Busta Rhymes and Lil Jon was your underground party.
You could be in a definite house party.
I'm telling you guys, listen. Y'all don't understand how deep the rabbit hole this whole idea and subject of music, influence, and culture is, but I tell you what, you will know after the other side of this break. So we will continue this conversation on Salacious Life Radio Show. I am J. Sully.
Dre the artist.
Free Souls Bugs.
See you in a second.
Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
period.
The real. Right. That's the real deal.
It's period.
Right. And all that old money shouldn't go toward this, money should go to if the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7 days a week. You don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month maybe, or once every 3 months.
Right.
You cannot dictate where that money goes, especially if the child ain't calling you about nothing. Now, if the child calling you every week, then you can question about where the child support is going. But if every time you pick up the child, they look nice, they ain't complaining about nothing, why are you worrying about where the money go at?
It is what it is, radio.
It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to today's graduation ceremony. Students, when you hear the reason or reasons for your absences throughout the years, please exit the auditorium without your high school diploma. Once you've exited, remove your cap and gown and proceed into the unknown. Too tired. Family trip. Part-time job. Helping around the house. Sick day. Starting the holidays early. Just because.
Starting in the 6th grade, students who miss 18 days or more of school in a year for any reason will fall behind and risk not graduating high school. How many days of school has your child missed this year? Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today. Brought to you by the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
What up, people? We are on the Salacious Life Radio Show, special edition, Sinoa Entertainment, J. Sully Takeover. I'm not going to introduce myself again because you just heard my name. Before I go any further, I want to give a couple of shout outs. I want to give a couple of shout outs and thank yous to the Be Exposed Radio crew, the engineer, Miss Nicole, the boss, Mr. Monty himself.
Shout out to y'all. Y'all the real MVPs.
Definitely. They beat me to it. I was kidding. You know. Shout out to my homie and friend of so many decades and years, Dr. Brent Avery. I know she's out abroad across the pond enjoying life, so shouts out to her as well. Appreciate the opportunity to be a special guest host. And yeah, we're going to turn this show out before it's all said and done. We can't play a bunch of music or play any music, but we want to talk about it. But when we got off, we were talking about Culture Shock, courtesy of Dre, the artist, for the title of the night, you know. Yeah! And it was just, you know, how the music influenced the culture and everything. And I'm sure that you understood our opinions, and we've spoken on some things you probably agreed on, some things you probably disagreed on. But in the salacious world, everything's open, so nothing's closed. So we don't care. But I got another brother in him that walked in the door. I knew he was coming. I didn't know he was coming. Who's to say? But he pulled up on me. My man Yellow Jesus is in the building.
Sorry to be late, y'all.
So, yeah, what we did was we talked about the music that was beforehand. We talked about the music that was influencing us as artists, but I don't think we've discussed the music that is us, the artists, the stuff we did, the stuff we bring to the table, why we consider ourselves artists, the body of work that we've created to consider ourselves artists. And I'm privileged with the pleasure of being in a room with a heavy abundance of talent, y'all. I'm telling y'all, like, from hip hop to R&B, hell, the spoken word, poetry, inspired thought, positive spirit, great wave, all that good wavy shit. I'm just pleasure to be in a room with an abundance of it. Dre the artist, Free Souls Bugs, my man Yellow Jesus. So what I can tell you guys is, because I really haven't given you into too much insight into what I do or who I am. Like I said, I'm J. Sully. I'm a hip hop artist from West Baltimore. Officially
Zone 23.
Zone 23. Shout out to the whole zone.
Shout out to the 2-3, to the 2-9, to the 17.
To the 1-5, all that.
Everywhere.
To the 16.
Definitely shout out to the 1-5.
From Longwood, Alamo Street, we love you, baby. Y'all know my face if you see my face. I'm everywhere like a pack of fuzz, baby.
So, what happens is, I've been doing music for pretty much almost close to 10 years now, professionally. And like I said, amongst my walk in my creative endeavors, I've had the privilege and the honor and the blessing of coming across and being introduced and connecting with these great people. We've done music, we've done shows, musically and artistically. If you can name it, we've either done it or we got it in construction. What I did was I put out a project recently. I've been working a campaign for a couple of years now. It's the analog campaign, getting back to what music is, like getting back to how hip hop was entertaining, how hip hop had quality and substance. And what ended up happening was I came across these spirits and souls and got connected with them. We collabed, we conspired with positive intent, and we came up with some beautiful blessings of creation. So they inspired me, I inspired them. So I really put together a project that was called the Analog Project Experience. I just recently released the first installment titled The Pure on September 28th. I'm not doing too bad. Got some good songs on there.
It's dope.
No, really.
Oh,
The Pier is my favorite joint.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
It just is. It's a good wake up song, good motivation song. You know what I mean? Get up and get about your day, man. Get to it. Get that bag.
That's what's up. I ain't know my music is bad. I just
life.
figured make they head now.
The experience, nigga.
That's the thing.
There
Like,
you go.
I didn't want to, like, I used to not like to be identified as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to say, listen, I don't do rap, I do hip hop. And I was thinking recently, like, you know what, I do rap. Within the hip hop culture, I am a rapper.
You have to. You have to actually. You can't. You have no choice.
Yeah.
It's a different time, so you have to not conform, so to speak, but evolve into something that's gonna resonate with the people who listening to the other shit right now. You feel me?
Yeah, you right. You right.
With you know what I'm saying, so they can get you and they appreciate you, but you have to still reach them some kind of way.
Absolutely, I agree. You know what? I agree. That was a very good point. Like, absolutely. Dre the artist, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, that's an outstanding point and the title for the discussion topic tonight. I'm trying to tell you, she's gonna finish the trifecta before it's all said and done. Trust me. And this the thing. The reason why I know she gonna finish the trifecta is because the way I was built and raised is, you know, you work the first closest to you and you work your way around the room. So, like I said, Dre the artist is an amazing talent, locally homegrown from Baltimore City. She's Baltimore originated, you know what I'm saying? And she's done some things. She's done some things.
I've done some things.
She's done some things.
A few things.
She's doing some things.
Doing some
She's
stuff.
going some places.
Hope so.
But what I don't do is, I don't tell you where she's going, what she's done, and what she likes to do. I let her tell.
Well, I am Dre the artist.
Okay.
I have been doing music since I was 11 years old. And
You're only 17.
Thank you. Yep, only 17 years old.
You know, black don't crack.
Let's get this money.
But no, right? But no, so I definitely I've opened up with Faith Evans at the Afram here in Baltimore. I was on The Wire. I like slapped the girl in the classroom. My homegirl Taylor, shout out to Taylor. Slapped her in the classroom or whatever. Like, I was one of the bad kids with short hair in The Wire. That was dope. They paid me a lot of money. I was on 106 in Park in 2014. Wild Out Wednesday. I didn't get interviewed, but Wild Out Wednesday was a good experience. And I don't know. I've done a few other. I was in a singing group for Little Mo for a couple years. I did a lot of things. I can't even think about everything. I don't even know.
Well, I tell you what. Would you let me tell some of the things?
I've been in a lot of different stage plays.
She got on Armani glasses, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all give her a hand.
She is fresh.
These are my prescription glasses. Go ahead. I don't know. I was in a lot of stage plays back in the day too. So what were you gonna say? Did I leave out anything? Real quick
You
before I go.
legitimately was in a stage play that left me in shock and awe recently.
So
Tell the people.
in August and over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I was in a musical stage play. So think of like Tyler Perry, Broadway, and Disney wrapped into one. Yo. Think about that.
I want to go see that.
Oh well, you.
I'm sorry, not yeah, but
No. Everybody don't like music.
Yeah.
But
I think
you know my favorite musical is
takes
Boston Up by Snoop Dogg.
Awesome, but this is Dre the artist's turn right now. So
Yes, ma'am.
let's turn back to this guy.
Nah, for real, it takes a lot to do any type of thing on stage live.
Listen, that took a lot of emotional energy out of me, mental energy out of me. Like, it really did, but I loved every minute of it. Like, I sang, I act, I most definitely, like, got my life in this play. It really was something, an experience that I really can't duplicate. So this is the second time around that we did it, but we're gonna do it a couple more times on a bigger platform. I found out. So that's a good look. But it was called Poor Jezebel. It was a Bible story, but it was made into, of course, something that could be resonated with the audience and everything.
Right.
And it was just amazing.
And I wrote it.
You know what's funny? The funny part
I
about
wrote the Bible.
the funny part about it is, a lot of people, and I mean, even down to radio shows and podcasts and these visuals, if you will, of people will interview artists such as yourself, and they'll be like, "Yo, guys, I went there and it was spectacular," and they do it very well scripted. And sometimes it's a facade. Sometimes these hosts and these people that have ran these shows have never even been. I'm telling Jay Sully, special host of this show tonight.
He came through.
I went to the play. Me and Drea have collaborated on music that's in construction. She's hit numerous shows with me. We've hit the road together in the last couple of years. And when it come down to it, what happened was that play put me in like such a different perception of Drea as an artist. I knew that she'd done the thing from the Y. Like I said, we've been friends for years now.
No, but I really love acting though.
Yeah.
Like, so I was a whole other person. Like I really took emotions on that I never even knew I could take on with this particular play. Like
when you went there, like I said, when we discussed about it and you told me like, yo, I gotta go there. I'm like, well, I know you can do it. It's not a big deal.
No,
but then to literally see you go there.
It was literally, without giving the story, turning from a good, wholesome person that loved the Lord to turning into a demon.
Yo, listen, bro. Like, I wish
so
you
I
guys
gotta
would
make
have
you real. I gotta make you believe that I'm a good person. Then I gotta make you believe.
But
like,
you fight your own things.
She gone. Like, that is deep, yo. Like, and to go there, man. Listen. But I got a show tomorrow at the Cancun Cantina.
There you go.
October 11th. Yeah, it's I don't know. I'm gonna find out. Give me a second.
Cancun Cantina is in Glen Burnie, Maryland, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have the address for you.
Telegraph Road, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The specific number address, we'll make sure we forward to the people so we can get it out there.
October 28th. October 28th. I'm in New York at SOB's. I'm putting together a bus trip for everybody in Baltimore that's trying to go. If you don't want to pay that much, just let me know. We can work it out. I want everybody that want to go to go.
Okay.
We can have fun, you know what I'm saying, get fucked up and have a good time. But
what you gonna give them at the cantina though?
Cantina?
Yeah, because that's coming up.
I'm just doing a walkthrough and I'm rapping tomorrow. I'm a rapper tomorrow.
Okay. What kind of show?
I was an actress over the weekend. I'm a rapper tomorrow.
Is it a general show? Like,
it's a general. So it actually is a. So one of my good friends wanted me to enter this contest, but it's some, you know, what's the guy's name? Paul Gardner. He is an attorney.
Shout out to Paul Gardner. That's my brother. He's a good brother. Shout out to Big Paul. Right? Say yes. He's an entertainment attorney from Baltimore.
From Baltimore.
He's one of the best entertainment attorneys in
the world.
No, I didn't. First of all,
I went too far.
He's one of the biggest entertainment attorneys in the world. Let's put that out there. Let's just put that energy out there. You need to holler at Paul Gardner. If you're an artist, you want to get your business right.
Absolutely.
Holler at Paul. You tell him Yellow Jesus sent you so I get a discount on my next time.
Thanks.
Yellow Jesus.
No, real talk. No, Paul Gardner, that guy though. Like he really is though. But he'll be there tomorrow. He's actually judging like a competition, and one of my friends told me that she's putting together. You know, she put it together. So
that's my brother.
Right.
That's dope.
So you say October 28th. You are in New York.
New York at SOB's.
What about tomorrow? Tell them more about the Cancun Cantina.
It's an LGBTQ event. So, but
I love all the lesbians.
They love it probably like you too.
I know
you
they
never
love
know.
Me, baby. I got a great tongue. I know they love me.
Oh my God.
Every time.
So yeah, Salacious radio.
Right.
So yeah, definitely, yo. Like tomorrow, so it's actually a competition. So whoever wins get like $500 and like some radio play. Whatever. I don't do competitions because I don't be feeling like it. But I'm just gonna do it just for fun. And I feel like it'll be cool. And I want to see Paul Gardner or whatever. Like, so it's gonna be cool.
That's what's up.
It's gonna be dope. But like you said, SOB's in New York on the 28th, and I'll keep you guys posted on the play. That's gonna come back up soon. I don't know when though. So.
Yeah, that I'm trying to tell you, Poor Jezebel was an awesome play. And I mean, even without us saying it's awesome, the fact of the matter that it premiered in August, but yet they did a whole encore weekend like 2-3 months later, just because of the response and the opinion about it. Like, and it was an awesome play. Like I said, I went.
We did it 6 times. It was one weekend, and then we did it another weekend. But listen, the message of it. Forget me being talented and doing, like, the message overall for the play was like really significant, and it was necessary for I feel like everybody to see.
And that's the thing. Like, I'm not a heavy religious, like a directed religious person. But when it came to watching the play, like the message that it had, it didn't have a religious. It just was
it's real.
Yeah.
It's real.
Absolutely.
That's all.
That was dope, man.
Yeah.
So, I tell you, like, I know that, you know, musical artists, you know, cross market into other ventures and everything. But I'm telling you guys, like, I wish y'all would have been there. You know what I'm saying? But trust and believe. She's doing things. They're doing things. I'm doing things. We're all doing things. But after some of these commercials and paying these bills, we're going to come back and let you guys know. I'm J. Sully. This is my fam on the Salacious Life Radio Show.
Jesus.
Be Exposed Radio.
It's a family affair if you want to look at it that way.
It is. I totally agree, and I believe I believe that this Wisdom on the Wall is going to be a movement, and that's what I believe we are doing. Is we're creating a movement where people essentially, even after we've presented in these workshops, then they'll be inspired to sort of document some of the things that they've gone through and empower somebody else. So it'll be like a chain effect. So they'll see that, you know, we were just 3 women who have gone through various things and experiences in our lives, and we just took the opportunity to sit down, put it in a book, and then it'll be a movement, and then other women will be inspired to do the same thing. Let me tell you, we are better together. We are so much better together, family. I'm telling you, when we band together, put our resources and our experiences together, we can create a movement, and that's what it's about, inspiring people to do more than what they may currently see of their own lives, that they can do so much more. So yeah,
you are exactly right.
Be Inspired Radio Show. Tune in every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. It's time for Flashback.
Now, I'm not gonna say all Aries don't know, but
it's just the one you had. That was just
a long one, right? You know. Yeah. But it's always something that you can.
Go ahead, listen. Can you recollect any signs that you might like?
October 15th or 16th. What is that?
And Libras.
See, I've had some good Libras and I had one really bad Libra, but he was white, so he f***ed his back anyway. So I don't.
Wait, hold on, wait a minute. Demonstrate. You got to demonstrate the back.
No. Ain't no way.
Not the nerve. How they bust? Boy, show how they bust.
And then want to cry afterwards. I mean, what the f*** is the point of the tears? I mean, I can see you shake, yeah, and you know, shake it off real quick. But you crying? F*** out of here.
What was he crying for?
Cause baby, this pussy make that. You in? I got that good nasty bitch. The shade.
Oh shit.
McLean's Couch every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is. Because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I am J. Sully, and this is the Salacious Life Radio Show. Special edition, Suno Entertainment Takeover. Once again, I'm J. Sully. To my right, my man Free Souls Bugs. Next to him, my man Yellow Jesus. Beyond him, my Jimmy Sis Dre the artist.
You already?
We have been talking music, we have been talking life, we have been talking shit. But I think we're a little bit more in the shit talking side of the show. So before we got off, Dre the artist. You seen On the Wire? If you were pleasured of a privilege enough to see him pour Jezebel, you already know you somewhere applauding right now. She had a record. Listen, I gotta say, Crazy Money was the shit.
Oh, dope. Yeah, Crazy Money.
She had a single out, Crazy Money, and it was dope. I know you heard it out in the world.
Video on YouTube.
Okay, yeah.
Single out on iTunes, all that.
I hear that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we, like she said, she's gonna be at the Cancun Cantina
tomorrow. At 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
Yep.
We'll have the number address, but it's Telegraph Road, Glen Burnie, Maryland.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Well, the show starts at 8. So.
Show starts at 8. How long you got of a set?
I'm just on those 2 songs.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
You gonna win.
Yeah, I hope so.
Let's put
Yeah.
that energy out there.
Let's do it. Y'all coming? Are y'all coming? How? Y'all coming?
What's tomorrow?
Thursday. It's on a Thursday.
It's a
possibility. Hold up. So, what she didn't tell y'all is that one of the songs she performed was a part of a set. That was a part of a weekend. The Experience Tour is something I kicked off. That was a campaign of my project in the summertime. I carried over to the fall. So one weekend we all had got booked for a date. We was at the Field of Screams in Pennsylvania, and in the process of getting booked for that date, my Jimmy Sis called me and say, we gotta be in Brooklyn the next day. So I said, let's just make it a weekend. So she came through Field of Screams, Pennsylvania, killed it for me. And then, well, I ain't necessarily go up Brooklyn, New York and kill it for her, but I went up there to support with her so she could kill it.
Yeah, he helped me with my whole set. He was on stage with my set and all that. But it was lit. Brooklyn be lit, yo. And that's why I'm going to say this one more time before we go to Bugs and how amazing he is. Okay, because I need that feature. But when we went to New York, I really just realized like that camaraderie is like ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
And like the way they ride for each other, the way everybody stop what they doing when the artists go on stage and go really support that artist and really sit up there and like it's love, yo.
Absolutely.
And if we had that, we would be just as far as they are right now.
Absolutely.
So I just gotta keep saying that every chance I get.
Yeah, let's promote that. We gotta promote
get
the
better with
unity
it.
amongst
We gotta
the
get
creation
better
of
with it.
artists and the support, man. Like everybody in Baltimore City, I've heard it. I've heard it in the ground and in the air. People always complain that Baltimore don't support, and Baltimore's own claims that they don't support. I believe it and I understand it, but on the same token, I don't condone it. We can support our own, but we have to support our own. If you talk about somebody not supporting in Baltimore and you Baltimore locally grown, you better be our support. I can't say Baltimore people don't support me and I'm from Baltimore. And I don't go to somebody else's shows. I don't pop up here and there or literally say, yo, I'm coming and show up. Cause everybody say, yo, I'll be there, boy. I got 10 people coming, you know what I'm saying? And then call you an hour later and be like, yo, how was the show?
It's okay. Sometimes everybody can't make it. We can't get mad every time people can't support us.
You're right. Yeah,
Everybody can't support you.
Absolutely.
People got life just like we do. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all just told me, like it might be possible. It might be. It might not be. And I'm not gonna get mad if it ain't because.
Who's your favorite Baltimore artist, Drea? What Baltimore artists are you listening to right now, other than Jay Sully? What Baltimore artists you listen to got on your playlist? You out there going to their concerts supporting? I just want to ask. I want to ask everybody their favorite Baltimore artists, top 3, top 5.
Mine's dead.
3 of mine's too,
You
bro.
say yours lit?
What's yours?
His is dead.
Yours dead. Yeah, Scooter.
Baltimore favorite artist.
What's yours,
Of course. I love Young Scooter.
Okay.
I still support Takeo to my core for some reason. I feel like that boy got some fire.
Okay.
I love him. And Tato. They my 3.
Okay. Yella.
Scooter Gano.
Return the question back to you.
Yeah, you know,
What's yours?
I'm a lord all around this city.
What's yours?
First of all, we're gonna go with the king, and there's only one king, and we're gonna call him T-Mac. Smash,
man,
he's
Mac.
the best first. He's the only artist to have a platinum record out of this city. So we gotta acknowledge that, and a lot of people don't give him enough respect. And I'm old school. I'm not as young as these other motherfuckers. So number 2, you know, I'm gonna go with my brother DJ Nafo. And if y'all not familiar with DJ Nafo, he the one stretch marks around your legs. And he the one, are you the bomb? What? Are you the bomb? Excuse me. Are you the
Good job.
Other than that, I gotta go with my brother Free Souls Bugs.
Okay.
That's great.
Because
that's great.
I've been with this brother since his inception, and since when I've been with this brother a long time, and I know how far he came, and I know how much music he got in the stash. The music he got in the stash is blowing out the water of the music he put out, and the music he put out is phenomenal. And then I said 5.
No, you said 3, but you're thinking.
I said 3.
You said 3.
I said, but I'm gonna give you one more because DJ Nafo was just a throw-in because that's my brother and I love him and we making money together right now. We doing movies right now. Shout out my brother DJ Nafo. If y'all need to do a movie or a documentary or a series, holla at the brother. Oh, excuse me. But other than that, excluding myself, man, I love the grinders, man. I love D-Boy. I love motherfucking Rico Reed. I love motherfucking Eastside Lano. I love Westside Lano. Y'all don't know the difference with this Baltimore shit, but Lano, that's my brother. Rico Reed, that's my brother. Yo Gotti stole his style back in 2011, and we ain't gonna forget you, Yo Gotti. Right. And what's the nigga name out of Atlanta? Young Scooter, you owe my nigga 10 bands, and we ain't forget you neither. The Yellow G still loves you.
Bugs.
Shit.
What's your favorite? What's your top 3?
I don't have a lot. I just have the ones that I know that I rock with. My top 3 though, definitely T-Mac. The reason I say that is because I came up here from North Carolina from a little bit, and I was going to all the clubs, and I kept hearing this damn song keep playing. I'm like, who the hell?
Can't lie.
Yeah, I'm like, who the hell is this guy? Everybody singing it around me, so I'm like, who is he? Everybody like, you don't know T-Mac?
Oh, mama got the Gucci bag blues.
But what made it worse was when he passed, I found out that my cousin and him were like super tight. You know what I mean?
Right.
They basically like grew up together too, just like, you know, him and Yella. So it was just like I felt closer. And then he tells me things like, you know, like you remind me of Smash. Like he used to always come around me just talking about music, talking about this. So that's my number 1. My number 2, I actually met Moose over East. I was living over East for a little bit, and I actually was just walking down the street for my job, and I met him. He was like standing in the corner with about like 5 guys trying to sell me one of his first CDs out the mud. And he was like, you got $5. I was like, I don't have $5 for you. But he was like, just take the CD anyway, you know, just support. Right. That was cool. So I put him as number 2. And then number 3, I'm going to put both of y'all. Because I really don't.
That's what's up, man.
You know what I mean? Like, I really don't.
That's what's up.
I really like lyrical artists, like, you know what I mean? So,
matter of fact, we'll just say 5 then. Yeah. Just so you ain't got to really.
No, I just want to really put y'all.
It's 3.
I really put y'all
We'll be number 3 together.
I was about to say, I really put Jay Sully, because y'all got that song together too. That's just like, You know what I mean? Like that should
Shout
be
out to High.
Let's plug that in for How High 2, the How High 2 that's coming out that I seen on my
Somebody
Facebook.
told me to try out for acting.
Everybody need to try to get in that. I'm trying to get in that too. Yeah, I would take Redman's spot with Method Man. I don't care. But the
Listen, I would do it.
need to be in there from Jay Sully and Yellow Jesus.
Oh man, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that because
it's your turn now, Sully. You gotta give now. You gotta give us some now before you get to talking.
Right.
I mean, all right.
And then don't give us no PC answers. I want the true from the heart, from the core answers. We don't give a fuck who we offend. This is Salacious.
Oh no. Well, here's the thing. We're not offending anything. We saluting everybody.
We saluting everybody.
If here's the thing, you're not left out.
Right.
You're just not mentioned. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to say my top 3 out the press, like my number 1 is T-Mac. You know what I'm saying? Because T-Mac is like
the most
like first of all, outstanding lyricist. Like when it came to a creator of material, and he just made music. He was a rapper. He was a lyricist, he was hip hop, but he made music. You know
the only Baltimore artist to have 1 million records sold on one song, I just want to put that out there, is the king. There's only one king, it's T-Mac. Keep going, tell us the right.
T-Mac. So, but like I said, when it came down to my man Smash, like, and then Smash showed a lot of love in the hood. Like Smash was always in the 2-3. Like that's how I knew Smash. I met I didn't know Smash directly. Like we came up or bang together. I met him through a homeboy. In my hood, and every time I was in my hood, he was in my hood.
I know you see that mural.
Always showed up.
I know you see that mural. You know what I mean? Down to 2-3.
I would have to say number 2 would have to be, from an artist standpoint,
yes,
my homegirl Dre, yo. Like y'all don't understand Dre the art. No. So top 3 artists in Baltimore. That's what you said.
I will beat you up on a battle right now.
No. We gonna square it up. No. We can square it up right now. He literally said top 3 artists in Baltimore. So we got to my 3. So this is what my 3 is. We gonna listen to my 3, and we gonna listen to why my 3 is.
You don't know me, so that's why you laughing right now, because you don't know Baby D.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Baby D.
So the reason why I say Dre is my number 2 is because as an artist and as a creator, how multifaceted she is. Like she's multifaceted in creation as an R&B artist, and multifaceted when it comes to hip hop. She can write. You want her to write a rap and put a certain emotion into it, she can do it. You want to write a rap for 5 minutes, she can do it. You understand what I'm saying? She's an awesome feature when it comes to records of a broad span of category. You know what I'm saying? Now, and literally the defining term of her being my number 2 is just because she's universal. Like literally universal. You can tap into a.
Can I stop you real quick?
No, we want to hear.
Yeah, no, hold on.
It's number 3, no?
Oh, no. I want to understand what she about to say.
Yes, sir.
What she about to interject on? What you about to say?
Why are you sucking your teeth, brother? Do you not agree?
First of all, I don't even eat chips. I got bad teeth in my mouth. If you want.
Shout out to the dentist.
Don't worry about any of that. Shout out to the dentist. I'm sucking my teeth because I'm trying to get this food out my teeth. That I'm eating good.
Okay, all right, my bad.
That man's opinion is that man's opinion. If that's how he feels about Dre the artist, then y'all go follow Dre the artist. She's a phenomenal artist.
Triple threat, man.
Triple threat.
That's fine. Triple threat. What you want?
We'll come down to it. When I come to my number 3 though, my number 3. And it's funny because you try to set it up and everything. My number 3 is in the room. And again, I have to feel like Bugs. It's shared between y'all and Bugs. Now I'm gonna tell you why it's shared between y'all and Bugs.
Alright. No, don't share them.
No. It's 3. I got 3.
They're not shareable. Bugs is in his own lane.
I got 3.
You gotta give Bugs.
Don't put me
you put him after like 4 or 5 or something like that. Give my man Bugs that 3. Or share him with me. Share Bugs with me. Don't give him no yellow.
I'm gonna tell you why.
When
it comes down to it,
is good radio.
We defining how we doing how we are as artists, right? Now, when it comes down to it, the same definition of being universal.
Right.
What I like about both of you guys is that you guys can tap into the moment for what a record, what a theory and idea creates. You know what I'm saying? Like when me and Yella did Higher. You know what I'm saying? Like I told him, I said, yo, I want you on Higher. I feel like, yo, you gonna bless Higher. Like I got Higher at a certain concept. Right. The ideas I'm having, I feel like you're gonna bless it. He immediately blessed it.
Yeah, a lot of people sleep on Yella Jesus, man. I mean, lyrically.
No. That's hold on.
We're not talking about Yella Jesus, right?
Let me just say my name.
I know.
Let me finish.
He just said my name.
A lot of people asleep on him. You know what I mean? He has a broad. Yeah, he's out. He's like in your face. You feel me? But as far as the lyrics go, I'm an artist first and a fan first. You feel me? He's very lyrical, very talented. I'm honored to be in the room with all you guys, for real. And just on some real stuff, like y'all telling me, y'all hyping me, it's gonna make me go kill something later.
It's inspiring. And see, when it came down to y'all, like I asked him to do Higher, but the funny part is I asked him to do Higher, and in the process, he dropped the project. Shout out to the Walton God. That's a dope ass project. Like literally, that's a dope ass project.
It's not that, like, I'm one of the most feared, and not feared in the word of scared, but feared in the word of avoided, intimidated, and motherfuckers don't want to support artists in the city. For the simple fact, not even in the city, in the world, for the simple fact, it's a lot of artists that steal my ideas, they steal my blueprint, and I'm talking about mainstream. There's Yeezus. I was Yellow Jesus in 2010.
Also, Kanye stole.
First of all, I'm talking right now. Sit back. Sit back.
Salacious.
It's my time.
First of all, bro.
Salacious.
And then, see, she told me sit back. I sit back. And, no, I'm not your brother. I'm your God. You praise the Lord.
You would never be my God.
All right,
you would never be my God.
Okay. Well,
ever. Don't play with me. Play with something safe. Keep going. Continue.
Anyway, Buzz, what's up, brother? Rub that sleep out your eyes. The Lord has returned.
I'm chilling.
But like I said, and if you could see on my right of me, these artists in the city, they're afraid of me. They're scared of my confidence. They scared that I know.
That's so cute. I'm listening.
Salacious.
Zip it a little bit, please. I didn't talk over you.
You did.
This your shot.
So what years is this?
What Yeezus do?
What did Yeezus do?
There was no Jesus before Yellow Jesus. There was no God talk before me. First of all, I call my daughter God. My daughter's baby God. There's nobody been doing that before me. There's no God before me. There'll be none after me. That's why I call myself OG, and there's not no gangsters original God.
Right.
But, and like I said, in this city, they might not give me the visual acclaim that they're gonna give me, but when they see my face, they're gonna pay homage.
Right.
And they love me in this town. That's why we in Baltimore City, man. How many deaths? It's been what, 273 deaths in less than 8 months, and none of.
And none of them what?
Please.
And none of them what?
Please what? I just said.
And none of them what?
None of it's been none of us.
Oh, you don't like me?
Yellow Jesus loves you.
He don't like me. You need Jesus, Yellow Jesus. You need Jesus, baby. Come on, baby. It's all right. Loosen up a little bit. It's all right. I'm good.
Anyway.
Now you lose.
Anyway, like I said, we're in Baltimore City, and this is the city of the crab, and the city of the hater, and the city of somebody bring you down. And we got something called, and I don't even want to fucking promote or support it, but we got something called Murder Inc. And it started as a newspaper article. Excuse me, it started as a newspaper article that I used to read when I was over to jail. And it highlights all the murders and the deaths in Baltimore.
Right.
And that inspires me, that I look at everything, I feel everything, because I'm a patriarch of this town. I'm one of the originators, I'm one of the givers, I'm one of the people that really care about this town. And I'm teaching classes at Baltimore City, libraries all over this city. We're teaching hip-hop classes. Shout out to my sister, Chiff Trees. Shout out to my brother, Ooh from Brownfish. Gods never die. He's a god, and he's not here with us no more. And I want to shout out to my brother, Lord Superb, that used to write for Ghostface.
Right.
That passed away yesterday.
Rest in heaven.
He's a god, and he did a lot of work in this city as well. But I'm saying all this to say that people won't acknowledge, in this town, people don't acknowledge the gods, they acknowledge themselves, and they scared to follow the gods. I got so many people that's scared to agree with what I say, and scared to acknowledge me. It don't even matter to me, because I know who I am, and I know what I do, and I know what I represent.
I feel like this when I first met Yellow Jesus through Manta Ray Records, honestly. Well, not even, it wasn't through
Manta Ray Records.
Shout out Manta Ray Records. It was a friend of mine that actually introduced me to him.
Shout out Platts, baby.
This dude got a lot of work, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I met him, and like my first time meeting him, he gave me a double CD. I don't know how many people do that. Like, I'm talking about a real double CD. You know what I mean? And I'll never forget.
2013, 14.
Yeah, this had to be 2013.
I've been with Buzz a long. That's why Buzz is one of my favorites.
But when like how you were saying how people was like, you know, crabs in a barrel type situation, I feel like when I met people like you, and when I met artists like Jay Sully, and I met artists like Yellow Jesus, I thought to myself, this is an opportunity for me to grow. You know what I mean? And become better. I never felt like, damn, I gotta get them out the way.
No, I don't. And you know what's funny?
Know what I mean?
It's all about
so I could shine. It was like the only way I'm gonna probably be able to shine is if I learn a couple things from you, and I learned a couple things from you. And now that Drea's around,
you just took a page.
Then I can learn a couple things from her.
You took a page.
Let me tell you something. I want to say something real quick.
Dre teach you the word.
I don't like this guy next to me.
Can't.
I don't like
Yellow Jesus loves you.
I'm a real bitch though.
Yellow Jesus loves you.
No, listen. Let me talk.
No, it's okay. You don't speak on your hate for me. Let's go to the next topic.
Hold on.
Let's go to the next topic. We're not gonna have no hate.
I was actually about to say something really, really good.
That's okay. I don't
what we about to do?
Because I'm God within myself.
Okay. Watch this.
Keep going, bro.
Okay, well, I'm gonna continue saying what I had to say real quick.
Go ahead.
I don't like
listen
him.
to you.
I don't like him, right?
Listen to you.
But I'm a real bitch and I'm a genuine person. The song that y'all have, how many times have I talked about that song?
Oh shit!
It's one of my favorite songs.
I think you said something to me about it earlier.
You actually are a great artist. I don't know your work though. You feel me? So I can't go there to say like, all right, he might be what you might just be one of my favorite artists. You might just be one of my favorite people. Only met you twice. This is my second time meeting you, for real.
Yellow
one or two wasn't right. 3 times the charm. You feel me? Who the fuck knows? However, you just might, I'm just time enough for that ass. But at the end of the day, I respect all of y'all at this table right now. And I definitely, what I said about camaraderie, I appreciate it. And when I say about camaraderie, this is camaraderie. Without, you know what I'm saying? Like real shit. Like I love it. I want to actually, we'll talk about this later, my ideas and all of that, because I got a lot of them. But I really love this shit. And I really love this moment with like even talking to y'all right now and talking about what each other has going on. Absolutely. This is what I live off of. I thrive off of this shit. I can't breathe.
See, what they don't understand is they hear it with their ears. They don't necessarily know or see every day what's going on with their absolute, you know what I'm saying? Like they can't see everything with their eyes. So the moment that they see something with their eyes, they may assimilate it and assume it to be one thing or another. Right. But if you literally just pay attention to what's going on in your ears, then you can see the cohesion. You can see like, hey yo, you know what, for real? I mean, even in a room of this is a room of passion. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like if you hear a song with all four, you be like, you've never heard of it.
I want everybody to know that Drea smells like apricots and banana peels. She's a beautiful
butterflies and unicorns. I love
butterflies and unicorns.
Hey yo, we gonna come out with a project joint.
Butterflies.
Dre the artist, Yellow Jesus, my man Free Souls, Bud J. Sully. We coming out with unicorns, fairy dust, charms, applesauce. You know what I'm saying? But look, check this out. I can't get off my bad Bugs. Listen. Before we go to break, yo, I gotta let you know something, yo. I met Bugs in the history of my music era a short time ago, but that's figurative. this man is an artist. Like, so much so an artist. The very first opinion I had of him, when I shared it with somebody, they agreed, was like, yo, he cannot be originated from Baltimore. This is Baltimore local grown.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I tell you the music that he creates is so beyond our local zone.
He's a mix of 5 different people. Like, and
No.
give me 1
He's
second.
him.
Give me 1 second.
He him though.
Do you mind? Don't
All right, go ahead.
1 second.
Yeah.
Cause I met Bugs, and I didn't even meet Bugs. I met Bugs through my god sister. You feel me? And shout out to Plex. And Plex told me she had a phenomenal artist. And she let me listen to his music. I said, oh, he got to record with the guy I record with. And this was 2012. And I fell in love with Bugs in 2012 musically. And ever since then, he has reached and overcame the bar in my mind that I had set for him. So that's why I put Bugs in my top 5 Baltimore artists. Because I know the journey he took. And I'm a fan of his music, and I know most of his music. We record at the same studio, so he's my favorite artist more than a lot of artists that's out here now.
Right. Absolutely.
But yeah, go ahead, Dre. I apologize. I mean, no disrespect.
Ain't nobody
you're
got no
queen
turns.
And you're a god.
What are you talking about?
And Yellow Jesus loves you intimately. Go ahead.
Oh, you don't love me intimately. But
You don't know what
Bugs.
I love.
Bugs though. No, I was reacting off of what you were saying about Bugs. Like, I just saw him at the Field of Screams. We all just performed on that stage like a couple weekends ago in Pennsylvania. And that was my first time seeing Bugs. And you know, you never heard my music. No, neither one of y'all really heard my stuff I got in the tank.
Right.
But like, I feel like you on that. Like, I don't know. When I hear your shit, I'm just like, yo, he ready. It's radio. It's put it on the radio right now. Like, he's ready. So like, that for me was like, yo, we gotta get on a song together. We gotta get something happening, like, for real.
Like, I actually walked up on y'all performing, and I was like, damn, like,
that's not
always bringing something out of the cut though. Like, that's one thing about him.
Sully got the features that'll fuck you up. You be like, oh my god.
He always comes like I expected to see Sully, but then when I heard your voice, I'm like, who the hell is that? I'm like,
but that's my singing.
It make you grab it, you know what I mean?
But that's my singing though. So like, I am a singer, right? So what you heard that day was like cool, but like, I'm a rapper, and I got like that trap sound too. So when I heard you, I'm like, yo, like, I just conform. I conform.
I never knew you rap. I thought, I'm a fan of your voice.
Well, don't let lipstick, high heels, and sex appeal fool you. I got the clips for the lips that'll shoot right through. Shut up.
We gotta
don't stop.
We gotta go to break.
Stop.
We gotta listen. Hold your thought. I want you to hold that. I want you to bring that same energy back. That's what I want you to do. You see that? Did you see that, Bob? Did you see that?
She made my nipples hard. Goddamn.
What we got going on is, I have been encompassed around some energies, some spirits, and moments that are unique to me. I have to say that I would have not had this experience had it not been for the Salacious Life radio show and BeExposedRadio.com. So shouts out to Mr. Marty and the whole BeExposedRadio.com crew. Y'all held it down, and I appreciate y'all. And what I want to do, I want to say my guest appearances tonight. Free Souls Bugs, Yellow Jesus, Dre the Artist. Listen, man, we ain't got to keep it from people. I asked y'all last minute to come on and hold me down so we could discuss these things, and it was fun.
Yeah, it was. I had a good time.
I mean? Because
I did.
y'all gotta understand, these are people that are close to
each other. We're gonna do this anyway. We're gonna talk. We're gonna break music down. We're gonna pick each other's brain. We're gonna try to learn from each other, just to grow.
Absolutely.
That's the whole point of it.
So, with the last couple minutes of the show, this is what I'm gonna do. We're just gonna do all our plugins, right? We're just gonna run through plugins. This is the unscripted moment. So check this out, y'all. J. Sully got a project I wrote now, analog mixtape, analog project experience, the pure All of that's out.
The Pure.
The Pure is out right now, y'all.
Right now.
ReverbNation.com.
The Pure. And make sure you say the U.
Yeah.
Pure.
Right.
The Pure.
The Pure. Free Souls Bugs.
Man, look,
tell them where they can find you.
Look, man, you can find me on Instagram, FreeSouls_Bugs. I'm an artist. You can find me. You can find my music on SoundCloud, Free Souls Bugs. I definitely have an EP coming, Black Gold. I'm working on it. I don't really have no date for it because you can't rush greatness anymore. I realize that.
Facts.
Any day I can make a new song that I feel like is stronger than something that I already have. So I just want y'all to wait with me. Everfresh commercial, if you haven't heard it for the last 3 years, that be coming on every summer. That's thanks to Man Ray Records and
Everfresh.
Was Marcellus. So yeah, man. Shouts out to Man Ray. Shouts out to Jay Sully. Exposed Radio. Dre the Artist. Young Jesus, man.
Yeah.
What have I done? What sin have I committed?
The Walking God is out right now.
Walking God is out, but I'm working on a new project. I got a new video called God's Plan.
Don't go get it.
First of all, Bugs is going to be on it. Don't listen to him.
If I'm not on it, don't go get it, bro.
We got a new video coming out soon. God's Plan.
Okay. Yes.
They talk about the 6th God, but there's no 6s under the 7. And the demons can't rise above the 6. What they say the devil number is 666. See, I'm not getting metaphysical now.
And 777 is what?
Okay.
777. That's God's number.
Already.
But all I want to say is Yellow Jesus loves you. Dre the artist. Yellow Jesus loves you, especially.
I appreciate it.
And your son's. But it's my time now. It's not your turn yet.
It's about to be
Whenever
though.
you finish.
It's about to be though.
I'm finished.
We got 2 minutes.
I want to shout out Man Ray Records. I want to shout out Baltimore. I want y'all to know when y'all see this yellow face, I know my shape up ain't right and my beard is fucked up. But when you see me, you know to respect the Lord. And y'all know who the Lord and the Master of it is in this town. And I go everywhere and I go anywhere and I get love. And that's all it's about. Giving love and getting love. And y'all Jesus loves you.
I would just like to say thank you, Lord, for everything that you bestowed upon my life. I appreciate everybody here. And I'm not preaching to you, but I would like to bless this table here. Just with all of the, you know, Lord have mercy. Like, God, you know my heart. You know my heart. My name is Dre the Artist. You can find me everywhere on Instagram at Dre the Artist, Facebook. They made me change my name, so it's my real name, Nadria Jennings, but I'm cool with that. YouTube, Dre the Artist. I have a show tomorrow at Cancun Cantina on Telegraph Road in Glen Burnie. Show starts at 8 o'clock. I don't know what time I go on, but after that, October 28th, I will be at SOBs in New York. And we turning up. We trying to do a bus trip, so we try and come. Inbox me. We try and make it lit. We gonna have a good time.
I might be able to make that.
Really, yeah. You might have to. Yes.
I might be able to make that one.
So we gonna have a good time, but it's definitely gonna be lit. Other than that, just follow me. I'll be doing a lot. I just did a play called Poor Jezebel. I am an actress as well, so I'll be doing stage, musical plays, all that shit. It will inspire you. So like, you should come. I'll keep you posted on the next dates and everything like that. But just follow me. You'll see what I'm doing. And
I know I ain't do my plugins first. I just told y'all about the project. But once again, The Pure is out on ReverbNation.com/Gemini like the Zodiac, Sully, SULLY.
Shout out to my Geminis.
Appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I got the 4 Friday Showcase at Club Reverb 2112 North Charles Street. Every 4th Friday. The next one is coming up October 26th. All female feature saluting and giving all kinds of contributions to the female awareness and recognizing Women's Month. And like I said, I want to big up BeExposedRadio.com, Salacious Life Radio Show, my homie Ren Avery. You can find me on Instagram at JSULLY82. Facebook.com, Gemini Sully, Gemini like the Zodiac, SULLY. And listen, these people here are artists, Baltimoreans. I'm an artist, I'm a Baltimorean. If you're about a supportive nature, you gotta support this. By the way, favorite song, Slavery by this guy.
Yo!
It's on
Dope.
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud.
Yo.
Dope
Bruh,
song.
please go get it. Free Soul Bugs.
We got 30 seconds.
Let's give Ren some love because Ren is phenomenal.
Free Soul Bugs.
And she is the therapist of sexual endeavors, and we wouldn't have Salacious Life Radio without Ren. And we're gonna shout out Drea one time. Y'all make sure y'all come to Drea's show.
We shouted me out.
Don't tell me what to do.
Definitely.
Let me work my.
So,
Shout out Ren one time.
We over.
Salacious Life Radio. Y'all just love.
We done.
Hey, Ren.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another